Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Well, welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Your best is changing all the time. Your best will depend on whether you're refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you're happy as opposed to being upset, or healthy as opposed to being sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you'll avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 47, NASDAQ up 1, S&P's up 3, gold contract up $30, trading at $1,560 an ounce. Silver up 36 cents at $47.90 an ounce. Platinum up $30 at $1,872 an ounce. Copper down 7.5 pennies at $4.18 a pound. Light sweet crude up 84 cents, trading out at $113.70. Bonds up 14 ticks, going after those highs out there at 122.18. Dollar index down 11 ticks, trading out at 73.19. Euro 148. Yen down 42, trading out at 81.11. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? S&Ps today go up $3. We do 970 million versus 961. That's on your SPX. We go take a look at the SPY. You put the SPY, since it's the end of the week here, we can put the SPY on a weekly basis. And what you have here is this. We did out here 548 million shares versus a downtown of 1.5 billion versus 591 million at the last swing point. Dow Industrials. We go take a look at the Dow. We'll have what the Dow is this. Dow goes up 47 points today. Inside the Dow, putting the big juice into it was Caterpillar, Boeing, Exxon, and Chevron. Taken away from it was Microsoft, Verizon Communication, Home Depot, and Marvell. The NASDAQ Composite. We have with the Composite. Composite today, she is flat. She was flat out here today. We did, in the Composite, we did 2.4 billion shares versus the 2 billion. Versus the bottom line is it should be doing 2.4 billion shares. And what this was, folks, is that inside the Composite now, well, let's go to the NDX 100. I'll go to the 3Qs. What we had with the 3Qs ended up doing 43 million shares. Now, this gets really interesting because the high out there was 59.04. You're at higher highs, which is 59.08. That's on your daily. If we take this and we put this on a weekly, you're still at a higher high by 1 penny, by 4 pennies rather. We did 223 million versus the exact same amount, which is interesting. 223 from 223, and downtown with 544 million. Now, what we had out here, folks, at the close was this: is that the rebalancing was done at the close. And when we open up on Monday morning, they claim it's Monday morning, but the bottom line was done at the close. So if you want to see some little action here at the close, what you had with Apple, you talk about some trades coming across there. Good numbers at the close here. What Apple did, it wasn't bad, really. I mean, Apple only went down 3.5 points at the close. Apple was trading out there at 353. It ends up at 350. That's on the downside. Qualcomm, that's because Apple was basically coming out of the the weighting structure was changing by 8.1%. Apple, that's what it was doing. Qualcomm was changing by 1.5%. Qualcomm went from, that was down 49 cents in the last 5 minutes. 10 minutes, it went from down 35 cents. That's not the end of the world. Now, just the opposite. Intel that was getting juiced up, and that was getting juiced up by 2.45%. What did that do with Intel? That took Intel from $22.89 up to $23.15. Now, what's going to be really a battle is Microsoft. And this is why, folks. Microsoft actually got a 4.9% acceleration up, okay? And the bottom line is that Microsoft still was negative at the end of the day. It was down 79 cents. So it got juice at the end of the day from, let's see, from 25.60 to 25.92, but it's still closed negative. So that's a big number for it. What is pretty amazing is that what they decided to do is that they decided to also up the percentage in Cisco, and that must have been just because they feel bad for Cisco or something. Not really, but the bottom line is that's surprising. Bottom line, they couldn't put anything into Cisco. And the last one was Oracle. Inside Oracle, they upped Oracle also. That put some juice right behind Oracle. Oracle, last 10 minutes, went from 35.52 up to 35.96. And so the bottom line is that what you're going to have now, waking up on Monday morning when trading starts, you're going to have a total rebalance out there. And I suspect what that's going to do is for the first few days, it's going to basically, or the rebalance gets done. So all the big NASDAQ stocks have to get done, meaning the big funds, the Qs, those are all done. There'll be some other people that want to rebalance their own portfolios after that. Let's go over and take a look at the gold contract. Gold took off today. Gold was up $30. $32 right now. It's ringing up. We did 147,000 contracts up there. A little divergence. What was really interesting is that gold, silver had been moving beyond belief. Gold hadn't been moving like silver was moving. What you had out there today is that gold was up 2%, but you can see because you're dealing with higher numbers, it's still $31, where silver was pushing up the last, couple days, the 4%, 5%. Silver today just was flat, really. It's up 39 cents. Silver did 90,000 contracts out here. That 90,000 contracts was going against 83,000 contracts, was going against 171,000 contracts from yesterday. Now, the dollar. It's all about the dollar, folks. No two ways about this. Dollar index today, what does it do? Goes to 73.01. The low yesterday was 73.05. We're at 73.20. Just you talk about hanging at these lows. No doubt it is hanging at the lows and hanging at the lows in spades. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. And folks, over at our website at TFNN, what you're going to see right on the front page, I've had a couple of different calls. Angie and I, we got a brand new, beautiful German Shepherd. You're going to see right in the carousel. You're going to see Harley. His actual name is Bo Harley von Fleischenheim. That's his name. And what is also right there is that I have there's a link to a great, if you happen to be in Florida, what we're doing with Harley is that I'm doing snitching training with him. And what that is that it's a German sport. And it's really cool. It's tracking, it's obedience, and it's protection. And it's just really it's a great sport. Number one, it's great for the dogs, and it's a workout. That's the real bottom line. But if you come over here and check it out, what you're going to see is that the guy that's actually training Harley, if you do happen to be in the market for German Shepherds in the whole country, this guy trains the best Shepherds in the world, literally. In fact, when I was up his farm's about an hour and 25 minutes away from where we are in Clearwater. They bring in dogs. The top dog in Mexico just got flown in. Well, make a long story short, if you're looking for a beautiful German Shepherds with pure bloodlines right from Germany, you can just click that. You can. I'm going to have him on at 5 o'clock anyway and talk about it. But what he also does, if you happen to be in Hillsborough County or Pinellas County, he trains every type of dog. If you have any problems. So check it out. 877-927-6648. Now, let's go take a look at some of the high-volume stocks out here today. Well, we got to go to bonds first, because bond market out here, folks, this 30-year bond is going after the highs that were established out there at that 122.23. Now, what's really wild about it, it's 123.22, is this. You break that level. That level there has 531 million shares, 531,000 shares. You break that level, and let me tell you something. That is a big ABC up. Now, what that is saying, you break that level, that is saying that interest rates are even going to get lower, which is just a mind blower. But you know what? That's how this is shaking out right now. So that number right there is going to be a big one. And if we do go back to the dollar for a second, the dollar, no doubt, over the weekend, where this baby closed, it's like, okay, are you going to make it? Are you going to break it? Are you going to go down into the lows that were established in 2008? When you close at these levels, it's going to be pretty wild. I mean, the dollar basically, when we go back to January, the dollar's at 81. We're at 73 right now. That is a big number, no doubt about it. When we take a look at the lows that are in the dollar, that have been in the dollar, you go all the way back to the, basically the crash in the stock market crash. What you have is that that was March of 08. That low generated at 70.80. What you did have is that going along on the 8th, you tested it. We were trading down there for about, about 4 weeks. Let's go to Charlie in Massachusetts. Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
Hey there, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, you look marvelous.
Thanks, Charlie.
I'm calling about EUO. If you take a look at the 10-minute chart, it looks like it really skyrocketed.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. It really did. This gets interesting, folks. Now, this is just the opposite of the dollar, okay? So this is the ProShare Ultra Short Euro. That trades at 200%, the inverse correlation of the performance of the U.S. dollar index and the euro. And yeah, it did, and which is so intriguing here is that, this was a move right at the end of the day again, too. Not that it was a huge move, but it did move from 16, 17, up to the 16.27. Now, what happens, I can't figure out why it's still reading out here 16.69, Charlie. Because that's what I'm reading. I'm reading 1669. Let me just see something. Yeah, they closed out at 1660. That's interesting, man. I don't get it.
Now it's sitting at 1627.
Yeah, that's the real price. You stay right there, Charlie. We're going to be right back.
Okay.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trade